2.5 is a disaster. Kling 2.5 is a disaster, filmmaker's dream come true. Welcome back to the channel where we discuss the creative uses of AI. Sorry about that. As you may or may not know, Kling released its 2.5 model, which is lots cheaper, lots faster, and more accurate, and really great with physics, which make it an ideal candidate for creating some sort of a disaster-based film. But who has time to do a whole film these days? That's why I like doing trailers. Today's video is sponsored by Design. It's a platform we've talked about many times, where I did this entire video using exclusively Kling 2.5 video with the sound effects that are automatically generated on the platform when you create the video. I will do a couple of comparisons between the Kling 2.5 model and the Kling 2.1 model to show you the difference. But for the most part, I just want this to be a showcase for what Kling 2.5 is great at in terms of this genre of disaster. So here's the first 10 or 15 seconds of a trailer that I will show in its entirety at the end of this video after I show you exactly how I built it. Before we get into the technicalities of actually using the Kling 2.5 turbo model to create this video, I want to talk about where the concept came from and how it was planned out, because it is a part of the process that is important. And in my case, I had a little bit of time to create something for this demonstration of this platform. So I needed some help, and I don't begrudge myself going to ChatGPT to help get something like this done. In essence, I told Chat that I wanted to demonstrate the Kling 2.5 model and all of its strengths. So it's going to feature things like physics and all of the prompt adherence and consistency. In essence, what I asked it to do was to help me create a movie trailer for some disaster film set in Las Vegas. And I knew I wanted certain elements like Hoover Dam bursting, I wanted tornadoes. Anyway, you'll see. So it helped me with an overall premise, which is a massive unexpected rift opens beneath the Mojave Desert when a rogue geothermal drilling experiment misfires. And instead of one clean quake, the event triggers a chain reaction, magnetic surges that scramble aircraft, etc., etc. Then it started doing the heavy lifting for me by creating starting image prompts and a video prompt to go with that image. And then later I asked it to just do text only prompts where there wasn't a starting image, so it needed to have more of that detail. And that gave me just a huge amount of flexibility. And I got to test what I thought had the best results. All of these prompts, again, were keeping Kling 2.5 strong points in mind so that that was incorporated into what it was asking it to do. And then I asked for more specific scenarios. So a whole sequence here on Hoover Dam bursting, and then a whole sequence of tornadoes. Then I realized I needed some ground level shots, not just a bunch of disaster from up above, but what was going on in the ground. And then it went back and retroactively created all those prompts for me. I say all that up front so we don't have to go into detail about each prompt and where it came from and how I came up with it. That's exactly how I did it. If you are new to design and you've never been in there before, to get started, we would just want to create a project. Now, I've already created this project here, and then we have access to all the creation tools, whether I want to create images or, in our case, video. So I would just click on AI video, and then I have access to all the models, and today we are looking at Kling 2.5. Some of these scenarios I'm going to show you I didn't ultimately end up using in the trailer, but you'll see examples of what it was trying to do anyway. So we just started going through the prompts and just creating as many clips as I could. Ultimately, I was doing a lot of takes of all of these clips, not only to get the best, I guess, effect overall, but also to have options for angles, which I did end up using. Here's a first pass at just one of many takes of meteors smashing into the sphere. Sadly, I did not end up using any of my flooding Fremont Street footage for the trailer. It was just getting too long, but I really liked the way this turned out. One of the concepts is that the fountains over at the Bellagio, this is a show they do every 30 minutes, would go haywire and flood the streets. And I got some cool shots, but they all looked like it was just going a little bit crazy and didn't really flood the streets enough for what I was going for, a disaster. But I'll show you a couple of examples. So yeah, it doesn't normally go that high, but I don't know if I can call that a disaster. For one sequence, I wanted to use start and end frames. In that case, I guess I didn't use 2.5 because 2.5 doesn't allow you to do that yet. So I used Kling 2.1, this frame to the other. And then from there, I added this. So that when you edit it together, it's just in smooth motion. Lots of different shots with Hoover Dam. And water invading in general. Lots of tornado shots. And even roller coaster derailing. Now again, you'll notice that I always have the sound effects generated because that is an option. When you create a video, you always have the ability to click this button here and it will automatically generate sound effects, which you can choose to use or not when you go to your post-production. In my case, holy moly, it saved me all kinds of time because it's really good at understanding disasters and explosions and things like that. So it was a huge time saver. To get some choices for an opening establishing shot of just sort of like a flyover over Vegas, I decided to use image to video. So this was the image that I created inside the platform using one of the models. I don't even know which one, but this is the image to video result using the 2.5 model. This next one is also an example of using a starting image rather than going just text to video. So if you have a good starting image, it does a great job of doing that as well. It applies all its cool new updates to that. We also needed some establishing shot of the oil rigs and the disaster which started the whole thing. Another establishing shot for the oil rigs, or whatever kind of rigs they were. Some various underground disasters. And you just witnessed an example of the difference between Kling 2.5 and Kling 2.1. Here's the part of the prompt to pay attention to. Not going to read the whole thing. That is this area here, flooding the passage in blinding mist, workers running for safety, walls buckle from the pressure, and boiling water surging towards the lens. Okay, that's what's going to differentiate these two models. Again, this was 2.1. We have steam, we have mist, but we don't have any water, which I would argue is the most important thing, at least in the vision I originally had. And this is the 2.5 version. Water. Stuff like this, it's going to come down to personal taste. You still may like a style that 2.1 does better than 2.5. But when it comes down to it, I really want it to show me what I typed. And I found that with 2.5, I always got that. Okay, so the last part is not rocket science, but it's basic editing. The editor I'm using here is Filmora, but I don't think I'm really doing anything Filmora specific. You should be able to use CapCut or whatever you use that's even higher end than all of these things. But even though I had that outline, part of the challenge was still figuring out how to make all of these things flow. And that, of course, is just dragging and dropping it onto the timeline and trying out different positions and grouping of the things. Yes, I had a guideline of a script, but then I did end up throwing some of that out and skipping some of the scenes completely. I ended up having to think with all of these clips, which total like, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, and get it down to 90 seconds. So that's just the editing process, and that's not something I would trust to AI. So far, none of the things that I've seen that say we can edit your video for you are going to get it anywhere near what I would want it to do. So for now, I still like getting in here and doing it, but I wouldn't mind if AI could do it. You know what I'm saying? For this trailer, nothing really difficult. It's just basic text overlays and just trying to get the timing right so that the pacing is good. That is something you want to do. I will say that very often I will speed up a clip because so many of these AI generations default to slow motion, which is okay, but not for my purposes. I don't like it. So I would definitely recommend going in there and checking your thing for pacing, because it really does make a huge difference in whether or not people just immediately go to AI. If everything is in slow motion, it just says AI. So why don't people go full speed? That's one of the nice things about having slow motion clips, is that means you have a lot of frames to play with to speed it up and have it look natural. So use that to your advantage. That's what I do. So as I scroll across here, you'll see it's nothing really complicated. I don't have to have multiple levels or tracks or anything like that. They all just butt up against each other, just trying to get some sort of cohesive story, if you will, and that's being kind, I guess. A miscellaneous sound effect was added here. Just some sort of a staticky sort of thing. The soundtrack, I actually used a tool that I talked about last week called Toony. I uploaded the video itself without any music, and I gave it some guidance as to what I was looking for in terms of tone, and it gave me 2 different choices, and I have chosen the one here that it's not muted. But it's nice to have choices to compare, isn't it? I actually hope the simplicity of that demonstration just communicates how easy it is to use design to generate these clips. The real skill in any of this is always going to be coming up with the prompts, and if you want to use chat that to help you along. I see no reason why you can't, because you can always get in there and make them better and make tweaks if you have to, like I did several times. I'm going to play the entire trailer now, and if this is the type of stuff you like to learn about, well, why not subscribe to this channel? Because this is the kind of thing we dig into all the time.
If you subscribe now, I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you. And I